Alright, well, I am headed out to my mother-in-law's 2.5 acres. She bought it a few months ago. We're going to go ahead and build her a house out there. And so you can see I'm hauling my tractor out there. Her property is about 20 minutes away from where I currently live. So it's pretty close. We're going to go ahead and get out there, get the tractor unloaded. I brought the brush hog. We're going to clear some brush along the driveway. Then we're going to go ahead and start taking some trees down and some smaller brush back where the house is going to go. Should be pretty entertaining. Removal of the trees, I suspect, will go pretty well. And then we're going to get a big brush pile all stacked up and over to one side so we can hire a contractor to come in and haul it all away. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this, and there'll be quite a few more videos like this about this house build. And that gives us a place to pull the trucks off the road so people aren't as upset. It's funny. We've developed a couple of pieces of property and helped other people, and it's always the same. They always are all concerned about things, about access and change and how things are going to change. That's all right. We'll get through it like we always do. Anyway, I'm walking back into the property. So there's been some perk tests done, and they have cleared a small spot back here. You can kind of see where they came in and dug the perk holes. Right there, big perk hole. So the drain field's going to go over here where these pink rims are, and the house is going to go back there. So we're going to bring the brush hog in here and start chopping some stuff down. Well, that worked way better than I had hoped.
Nobody died?
Nobody died, and the tree's on the ground.
Huh. Well,
and the stump's out. Crap.
Every once in a while, things go in our favor.
Well, I'm going to get that one all limbed up, and then we're going to go on to another one. Well, that wasn't very fun. That's what you get when you get tired and aren't paying attention. You end up with a tree landed on the tractor. It's all cut up now. I'm gonna get pushed back in the woods. I want to show you what happens when you use a small tractor to clear a lot of brush and sticks and things. Walking around my tractor at the moment. You end up with stuff like this. The amazing neighbors barking dogs. Now, I lucked out. You can see it was a short piece, but it ripped right through my mesh. Just right through it. I wanted to install bigger, heavier duty stuff as it was anyway, so I guess that's a good reason to do it. I suspect that saved my radiator. The reason this was installed, because I'm sure a lot of you know this isn't standard, is because I had actually put a stick through my radiator a couple of years back. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and pull that stick out of there and keep going. Glad I caught that. It could have got a lot worse had I hit another big stick or something like that, or backed. If I had backed up and something had caught that, it would have slammed it into the hood. Wouldn't have been any good. Anyway, I'm going to get back to it. Oh, I love the barking dogs. Barking dogs everywhere. So this is the entrance to the driveway. Well, it will be the driveway. And I'll put the little pink ribbon back up here before I leave, but you can see the X's, the white X's on these trees. These trees are going to get cut down. The driveway will be right through here. Get rid of this tree and that big one back there. So it'll come back in. Just give you some idea of how big so that brush pile is clearing 25% of the household and most of the driveway, but maybe 80% of the driveway. And it'll come back in here. So originally the guy that did the septic design puts this ribbon up to tell the county and the health district how to walk back to where the well site's going to be. However, now that I've opened this up, I'm actually going to reposition that ribbon back there so that it points them back to the well. Because it's a little confusing now that I took the trees out. Because normally they would have walked through the path of least resistance, and that's what all these little pink flags are for. It's the path to get back to where the well's going to be, but now we begin to open it up, and they're in my way, so I need to move them anyway. The only ones I'm not going to touch, or let me rephrase that, if I do touch them, which I did one, I roll them up neatly and I set them off to the side so they're out of my way, and then I make sure and put them back up exactly the way I found them. And they're the ones that cover up the perk holes for the septic system. So her primary drain field will be out here in this area, and you can see we've got a perk hole here, and then one back there, and then one way back in the back. So I rolled this one up because it was in my way, so I'm going to take that ribbon up and I'm going to restake it out so it's over the top of that hole. So they came out before we cleared anything, and that dirt is really bright, but try to shade this hole for you guys, I guess, maybe. You can see there's a perk hole here, and then another big one back here. So they come out, they dig these. There's a third one right over there. This will be the drain field. They dig these holes, they take a sample of dirt, they take it to a laboratory,
and they do a bunch of different tests on it. Don't ask me what those are because I don't know. I do know they do a content test, right? They determine how much clay and sand and loamy soil and all that type of stuff is in there. And they also do a water run-through test and some other stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys down and put this ribbon back up real quick. Overall, pretty happy with today's work. Spent a lot of time screwing around with the trees. I didn't want to just cut them down and leave stumps that I have to come back with my little backhoe and dig out. So I pushed a lot of them over or pulled them over with the chain, and it pulled the stump out. So we had 3, 4, 5 trees that were right through this driveway that are pushed over and now gone. And now once we get these other few out of the way, we'll be able to flatten all this out and bring some gravel in and be ready to roll. I think that about wraps it up for this one. This will be the first video of the ongoing series for prepping my mother-in-law's house. Suspect we'll have some videos about power, temporary power poles, permanent power hookups, cable TV maybe, satellite, not sure. Man, these dogs drive me nuts. Anyway.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this first video. We got the brush hogging along the driveway done. I got the area for the driveway mostly cleared. I got a few trees to come back and take care of, and we got about 25% of the household area cleared out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out some of these links. I always appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Until the next one, thanks for watching.